If you've been friend zoned or if you want to be with this girl but she doesn't want to be with you, watch this video. One of the guys sent me a video of Corey Wayne that Corey says, hey, tell the girl that, hey, you want to be with her, you want to be with her in a romantic way. If she says no, just stay away and just walk away. Tell her, you know what, I don't want to be with you. But here's the thing, man. Every girl is different. Every relationship is different. When you want to get advice for someone like this, you cannot just say something that applies to everybody. Dude, the girl that you're dealing with, she has a different background. She has different history with you. And she's a different type of person. You cannot say, oh, just go tell her, I want to be with you. If you don't want to do anything sexual, I'm just going to walk away. That is not the case for every single girl out there. You guys probably had a special relationship that you need to consider that before you give such an ultimatum. Yes, ultimatums do exist. You give ultimatums in specific situations, but not in situations like this, not just randomly. Let's say you messed up and you had problems, now she wants to break up with you or she just friend zones you. You can't just go ahead and say, hey, you know, I don't want to do anything if you don't want to have sex with me, if you don't want to have a man-to-woman sexual romantic relationship. That's why it's very important to talk to a coach and discuss your situation so you make the right decision. And this advice always gets mistaken. Guys listen to things like this and say, well, I heard that he said that thing in that video, and they go do something completely different. It doesn't apply to your situation. So sometimes you can just have a simple friendship with a girl, which happens quite a lot. Have a simple relationship, simple friendship, be in a circle, hang out, then she starts to feel things for you. As if you just go ahead and cut her out of your life, you can completely destroy the potential for an amazing relationship. So you gotta remember that this advice that you hear is different for everybody. That's why, again, I say you gotta discuss it. You gotta have another pair of eyes looking at your situation, because your relationship is in line, this person's in line. And I see quite often guys hear things like this and they apply the wrong way, because what applies to me with my girl in the current situation does not apply to you. That's the first thing I wanted you to know about about getting friend zoned and about removing this person from your life. It's different for everybody. So what you do instead, you hang out, you escalate. There are some frictions at points, there's always these friction points, but you go through them. You communicate. Sometimes it takes a week, sometimes it takes 2 weeks. But if you're good at calibration, you notice, you know what to do. You know exactly what to do. Watch my videos on macro calibration in the program. You can escalate and go through friction points if there's potential. You can easily gauge that. If you have a little experience and if you do the things that are showing in the program, you can easily gauge and see if she's completely off, which sometimes she might say, look, I don't want to ever do anything with you ever. And sometimes she says, you know what, I don't think it's gonna work. But you know, the second one is usually a maybe. It's not 100%. Her life changes, you change, relationship changes, dynamic changes. She probably has struggles of her own. She probably has struggles with finances, struggles with her body, struggles with aging. All of that stuff is happening for her. If you're a cool dude standing there and you're not desperate to make something happen and you escalate, things will happen. The problem is with nice guys who try to do favor for the girl, and when they do this, they expect her to like them because he's doing favor. I don't want you to become one of those guys. To just hang out, just do things for her. For example, take her kids to school, take her out for lunch and dinner. Always be this white knight, saving her from problems, hoping one day she will change. I'm not saying be that guy. I'm saying be the dude who says, you know what, okay, cool, you'll be friends. We can be friends. But when you hang out with her, make things very gently, make things sexual. Like, for example, you're in the kitchen, you're cooking, she's doing stuff. You're cutting tomatoes, and she's there, I don't know, cutting chicken. You say, you just look at her, say, you know, you look nice. Get back to the tomatoes. Do that. Or you're doing other stuff. She comes close, you go close, say, you know what, you smell really good. And then go do other things. You gotta build it up. It's not military. Hey, you wanna be with me? You don't wanna be with me? I heard Corey Wayne said I shouldn't be with a girl who doesn't wanna be with me romantic. Get out of my life. I don't wanna be with you ever again. It's not like that, dude. Women do not communicate like that. It has to happen slowly. So don't be the nice guy. Don't become the nice guy who just does favors, hoping one day she will change her mind. At the same time, don't be the guy who just walks away. Calibrate, micro-calibrate, escalate, go through friction points. Say, no, I don't know, look, it's not right, it's not a good idea, until you get there. If you hear a hard no consistently, let's say in a week, in 2 weeks, you keep talking to her, say, listen, dude, I'm sleeping with somebody else, I love this guy, we're gonna have our second child, we bought a house together, stop, I just want to be your friends, I don't want anything else, then that's a different story. So, now moving to the next topic. Another thing that really helps you turn things around and get her back is one very, very common mistake that guys make. For example, they're in a relationship and she starts to pull back. She starts to, text less, be more distant, be more cold, and usually guys freak out, and it's like they get punched in the face and they start to put more pressure on her. Here's the thing, if you look at the schedule of this girl that you're talking to, her schedule is pretty packed. In the morning, she wakes up, she does her yoga, she goes hang out, have coffee with her friends, then she goes do her work, then she goes do her nails, then she goes do these events, then they do all of this. But when I talk to guys who are going through a similar situation after a breakup, you know what's his schedule? Nothing. It's Instagram, looking at this job. You need to have a direction, and not only your schedule should be packed with good things that you need to do for yourself, because you need to take control of your mind back. Your schedule should be packed with going to the gym, listening to audiobooks, taking care of your socializing, and working on your inner game, reading books. You need to have you need to have 4 or 5 hours of physical activity every day. Go on the treadmill, lift weights. Not only that, not only your schedule should be packed, your schedule should be designed in a way that you learn the things that you messed up in the relationship and fix those. Because dude, you need to learn more about communication. You need to learn more about inner game. You need to learn more about everything that went wrong. Get a bunch of books on body language, read them. Get a bunch of books on psychology of women, read them. Read The Female Brain, read The Way of Superior Man. If you read these before, read them again. Read The Masculine in Relationship by Youngblood. Read my protocols. This is very important to know that you have a direction to go. And what is a big turnoff for women is that the guy that they kind of get distance from, the guy loses himself. He doesn't know. He keeps asking, do you want to hang out? Do you think we're still together? Do you think there's a chance we'll be together? And he goes and does everything to make the relationship work, and she sees that and it's a turn off for her. If you want to be attractive to this woman, you need to have a direction, and with certainty you need to move forward. So she will look at you and she will see, wait a minute, I'm away, I'm distant, but it looks like he's going strong. I don't mean go to clubs and parties and put photos on Instagram. I mean, take the path of self-development. Have a direction, have a clear goal, go for that goal. And by the way, she doesn't look at this as 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. She looks at it as long term. She's watching. Usually guys mess up. When the relationships end, it's because the guy messes up. It's not her. The problem happens, then she pulls back. That's what she's doing. She pulls back. And guys, they lose their composure, they become weak, and they do a few things. It's a sequence of things they do in a row, and they sure, hey, you know what, I'm a low value guy. I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. And now that you're gone, I don't even know what to do with my relationships, because you were the only best thing in my life, and I don't even know what to do without you. So I'll do anything to get you back. And that's a huge turn off for her. Lots of identity is another one. He says, I don't even know how to go to a cafe without her. We had 4 years together. We had 6 years together. Ben, when the girl break up with you, when she leaves, her life is so structured and organized. If she left you, she has plans, dude. She has plans to make her life amazing. She has plans to go out, to meet people, to feel better about herself, because she feels like I lost all of this time with him. Fuck this guy. You need to do the same thing. I'm not saying go say fuck her, but I'm saying you need to choose everything that you do, put them in the schedule, plan it, and go hardcore instead of giving into emotions and feeling sorry for yourself. Man, oh, what should I do? I don't know what to do. Dude, you gotta go through this. The better, the more stronger you go through this, the more chances you will have with her. She is not your emotional support. Do not put this on her. Do not ask her to tell you what to do. Do not tell her, do not report to her, hey, look, I signed up for gym. Or, hey, look, I finished that project that I finally needed to do. You don't need to tell her any of that. You don't need to report to her. And that mother and son frame is another dynamic that guys make. They just, they need to tell her, this is what I feel about you and our situation, and that's why I want you to be back. That is the cringy part to women. That a man that is supposed to be the stone, supposed to be a rock, is supposed to be things she can lean on, supposed to be strong, is now acting like a kid and forces her to go in her masculine and act like a mother for this. What do you think she's gonna do? She's gonna go with a guy who doesn't care. She's gonna go with a guy who's outcome detached. She's gonna go with a guy who's cool, who's relaxed. Man, the girl that I'm dating, there are times that I feel, it's not as much as before, but sometimes I feel like, man, I want to text her, I want to tell her everything. But the less of that that I do, it looks like the more she comes, the less I report. Now, this relationship that I'm in right now, we're not exclusive. We don't really talk about it, but it's been really awesome because we don't see each other much, and I'm totally fine if she walks away. I really believe if I stay in situations, in any relationship, I have more to lose. Because my life is so packed with other things that I do. I have so many things that I need to take care of, things that I really enjoy, things that move the needle in my life, put my life in a much better direction. So the value of relationship is not as it is for most guys, or for how it was for me, like even 10 years ago, even 8 years ago, even 2016. It's about 6-7 years ago. And the beauty of that is, now she looks at me, she talks about other guys. It doesn't really affect me because I just don't care. I just don't care if things end. And I want you to get to that same position, because if you get to that position that you don't care, then nobody can hurt you, nobody can leave you. Even if she leaves you, you won't care. And that will maximize the chances of you having a good relationship with her. So you need to get yourself to this place. Your life has a direction, you have other things to do, so you do not poke her to feed your emotions. You do not poke her to feed your neediness, your loneliness. That's your responsibility, that's your job. You're the toy, man. You're the toy in your life. If that's not your business, if that's not your passion, something that you do on the side for yourself, and it's completely dependent on you, then it's going to be a relationship. And like most guys that don't have anything else, they just default. They don't have anything else in their life. They keep having failure, as most of us do most of the times. Then they find a relationship that feels great, because when you're in a relationship, you're with another person who engages with you, give you everything that you want, then you don't have to worry about other things. Then if that person pulls back, that you're totally fucked. Find something else in your life if you want to fix the relationship. We can sit here all day, talk about text, what to do when she pulls back, all of that stuff. But I want you to do things that move the needle and make you independent of outcome. So that's why relationships are good, because they show you where you need to work on, what you need to work on. And if your life has a direction, dude, that's where you can be the most attractive guy that she ever met. Your life should have a direction, and you should keep going straight on track and stay on track, and don't move, and don't lose your way if she pulls back. Next thing, I have a list here. I want to see if I have more time so we can go through another one as well. Actually, there's no more time here. I'll do the next one another time. Okay, this is Ben. Thanks for watching. Make sure you download my book. The link is in the description. See you in the next video.